These are going to go about 30 minutes or so. Me and the other panel hosts, we're going to do a few questions, but your participation is the most important. I can yap all day. I have a million questions, but I want you all to be here and talk to our guests just the same. So we got a microphone here. We can line up and do the questions. You can line up whenever you want, whenever the guest comes up here. I'll ask a little bit, but we want to get as many of your questions in as possible, and we may have to cut off the line just to be able to get to the next panels, but if you do have those questions, they're still at their booth the rest of the day. So does everybody kind of understand what's going on? Any thumbs up, confirmation. All right, so does anybody know who Steve Blum is? Nobody? No, okay. This man is such a legend in many, many industries, and I am so excited to talk with him today. So please, if you guys can give me your biggest round of applause for Steve Blum. Steve, please make your way to the stage. Let's give it up for him. Hello, sir. Oh, one second. Turn it on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Check. Oh, we're in.
You're in?
All right. That was enthusiastic adjacent.
Oh.
Everybody?
How are you? How has LA been treating you so far today?
Good. I was born and raised here. I got to see my family for a couple days and do a couple interviews and things. It's been really fun coming back.
There was a viral video recently just posted about you. You tell everybody. Did anybody see the video of Steve on Instagram or anything? No. So
with my niece?
Yes, that was crazy.
So my niece Melissa showed up yesterday, and I haven't seen her since 2020. And we keep in touch all the time, but she surprised me, and she borrowed a Wolverine mask. I play Wolverine, in case you don't know. But she was wearing a Wolverine mask, so I didn't recognize her at first. She borrowed it from somebody in line and surprised me, and I cried a little.
That was awesome.
It was amazing. It was really, really great to see her. So many happy surprises are always happening at cons. That was a particularly wonderful one.
One thing that I don't think I have ever acknowledged on stage before, but you're probably the most prolific voice actor in this industry. You have many Guinness records. Is it like 500 credits that you have? Or what is it now?
I stopped counting.
It's too many.
It's over 500 now. But that's just voices in video games that were cataloged.
Oh.
But there's some games where I play 25 characters in a game, and it's just additional voices is how they list it. So it's thousands now.
Can you name every character you've done ever?
No, I can't.
Okay, cool.
I can't even name a small percentage of them.
Can you name Tank Dempsey for me?
Yes. What would you like him to say?
Do we have Tank Dempsey Call of Duty fans out here?
Nice.
How was that like for you to reprise that role? And I mean, how did that even start, actually?
Well, first of all, thanks for splattering meat sacks with me. I appreciate that. It started with an audition, like everything else, to the best of my recollection, way back in the day. And we originally recorded the Black Ops stuff with the zombies as kind of a little gift to the fans, just an extra little thing, like a side quest. And you guys loved it so much, they decided to incorporate it into game after game after game. And it's got a kind of a legendary following at this point. It's pretty crazy.
That's wild. Huge Call of Duty Zombies fan. That's all I did in college, and everything was so good. Let me ask you about Wolverine 2. Do we have Wolverine fans out here? Oh, we have a lot of Wolverine
Nice,
fans.
I like that.
Can you tell me how if it's not just an audition, how did you become Wolverine?
It was just an audition, but
Tell me.
There's a little bit of a story behind it. My grandfather owned a bookstore in Hollywood. It was called Cherokee Books, this beautiful old classic bookstore. 3 stories, wooden ladders that rolled across the whole thing. And my uncle ran the comic book department up there. And so my first job at 12 years old was sorting out comic collections that he would buy from estate sales. And so my love of comics kind of began there, but I'm so old, Wolverine didn't even exist back then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I am that old. But later on, every time I would read a comic, I would hear the voices in my head, as most of us probably do when we're reading novels or comics or whatever. And so the first time I read the Wolverine comic, the original Wolverine comic where he's there with the Hulk, that was the voice I heard in my head. And I couldn't necessarily do it because I was too young, But later on, when I got to audition, I just basically did the voice that came into my head when I read the comic, and they happened to agree with it. It was really that simple. It's what they were hearing too. So that was for X-Men Legends. That was the first time I played Wolverine. And then thankfully, they kept hiring me all these years. But every time I've played Wolverine, with a few exceptions, I've had to audition over and over again for each production company.
Really?
Because they want their own take on it.
That's so
Yeah.
What is some of the difference? Is it nuanced between different companies? Or?
There's no difference for the character for me at all. It's just basically the people in these companies want to justify their jobs.
Got it.
And they get a casting person in, they go, well, I want my Wolverine to sound like this. And they'll audition a ton of people. And they go, no, that's Wolverine. So fortunately, they've agreed many, many times, and I've been able to play Wolverine, I think, more than anybody else in the industry.
More than Hugh Jackman.
Yes, suck it, Hugh Jackman.
Guys, please line up if you have any questions. I do have one role that I've just learned that you get to reprise. Can you tell me more about that right now?
Yes, so it's in the new Japanese game. Is it Token?
I believe it's Token, Marvel Token, or Token.
Yeah, you guys know
People
that?
might know. It's like a Spider-Man fighting game. Are we right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get to play Green Goblin again. Yeah, I'm really excited to play Goblin again. One of my favorite characters of all time.
That's cool. And like I said, guys, I can do a million questions. Feel free, please.
Yeah, please come on up
Please
to the
come
microphone,
up.
guys.
Please come up.
Ask me your questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll make it up right here now.
What's been your favorite character to play?
I cannot choose a favorite character because they're like body parts. If I choose one, all the rest of them fight. So yeah, it's impossible. I have a different feel and a different story for each character. So they all touch little parts of me. Thank you.
What about favorite line from Tank themselves?
From Tank, it's an old one. You got dead flesh on my new boots. Hoorah!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, so you do the voice for Wolverine on other shows?
Yes, I do.
That is so awesome. Can I get a...
I don't have my claws with me, bud. It hurts every time they come out.
That's a rare. That was a great. He was legit excited. I love it.
Hi, Steve Blum.
Thanks. Hi.
It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Last time I saw you was Anime Expo a couple years ago. Were you also at Transformers Con in Burbank?
No, I was not invited.
I don't know why. Maybe they don't like Starscream anymore. They have no taste.
No, I will go. If they invite me, I'll go. But they have to invite me.
It's a great convention. It happens there every year. I hope you get invited.
If you tell them you want me, that's how I get invited. I have no power, but you do.
And I know you're local there. I've seen some of the shows you voiced in, like Wolverine and the X-Men, Spectacular Spider-Man, Transformers Prime, and I feel and heard many of those shows got cut prematurely, unfortunately, and I really love them all. So I want to ask, of all the TV shows, cartoons, and anime you voiced in, if any of them got a continuation, which one do you want to see get continued?
Oh, it's not just one. There's so many. Spectacular Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the X-Men are two great examples. Megas XLR would be another one, which it was a great show that we did at Cartoon Network, and the executives and the money people didn't understand what to do with it, and it was really, really fun. So those are probably the top three, I would say.
I see. What did you like about Spectacular Spider-Man?
Well, just as a comic book fan, it felt very true to the original Spider-Man comics for me. It was an amazing cast. I met a lot of my dear friends for life in that cast,
And I got to play Goblin.
so it was super fun. Everything about that show was amazing.
Who was your favorite character from that show, aside from Goblin, of course?
Oh, so many.
Did you like Tombstone?
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, there were so many great characters.
I feel like, Tombstone, that was like his first major appearance.
Yeah, how do you choose one? I don't even know. I love so many characters for so many different reasons on that show. I'm not good at the favorites question. Sorry about that.
Did you actually like Spectacular Spider-Man more than the next Spider-Man cartoon, Ultimate Spider-Man?
I did only because I watched all of it, but I didn't watch all of Ultimate, so I don't know. That's more of a question for a good fan.
Yeah,
a bad
same.
fan.
I did watch all of Spectacular. I've not seen all of Ultimate yet.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Nice to see you
I still
too.
have your autograph card from BotCon.
Awesome.
2013.
That's awesome.
Thank you for saving that. Appreciate that, man. All right, take care.
You too.
Your question. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Nice to see you again.
Ditto. I have to ask, one, thank you for Tsunami. That's where I came across you.
Yes.
But also, where does Spike's voice come from? Because it just sounds like you. Was there anything like, you're just going to go at it, or?
Yes, Spike was, I think, the first character that I got to play where I got to use my natural speaking voice. And they hired me because of that. So I just got really lucky that I got to even do that thing. I don't think I even auditioned for it.
Really?
So I was working on a bunch of old anime shows at that studio. And Bebop was like a throwaway show they didn't know what to do with. And it wasn't doing well in Japan. So he sort of handpicked people from all the other shows in the roles he thought would work. This guy named Kevin Seymour who cast us for that. And his casting instincts were just perfect, I thought. Everybody really fit into their roles for that show. But prior to that, I was mostly doing creatures and military characters and lots of growling and horrible things.
Because I know you did T-Hawk in that 94 Street Fighter anime.
God,
Yeah,
how do
that
you
is-
know that?
I'm a fan.
That's amazing.
That's a deep.
You're a much better fan than I am, or ever will be. Amazing.
But also on that Tokyo game coming out soon, your Green Goblin is diabolical.
Thank you. That's what we were going for.
I think so.
Thanks. Hi.
It's an honor to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Like, what were your thoughts like playing as Tank Dempsey from Call of Duty?
What are my thoughts playing it?
Yeah.
It's very gratifying, and I don't have to go to therapy anymore. Because I get to take it all out on the gut bags.
That one time, like, every time you get a teddy bear, like, you'd be like, that freaking teddy bear.
I know. I say that about a lot of things, though. Yeah. Tastes like cat piss. Yeah.
Yeah, every time you get the quick revive.
Yeah, it is not delicious.
We're not drinking in real life.
Do not recommend. The Juggernaut, delicious.
I wish that chick were to sing that jingle.
What was that?
I wish that chick were to sing that jingle.
I know. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, back in the days, like, the old Call of Duty games were better back then. The OG zombies.
I didn't play, so I have no reference. Yeah, but thank you for playing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I used to come home from school, like, and think about playing the original Call of Duty zombies.
Sweet.
It's a lot better back then.
Did I get you in trouble?
No, not at all.
Because you weren't doing your homework? No? Okay. Because I apologize to a lot of parents these days.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate
the
you.
next one.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Steve. I love you as Starscream and Transformers Prime.
I was just going to say, I
Yeah.
recognize that.
Yes.
Thank you, my dear. You have great taste.
My question is, what was your favorite part about playing his character, and do you have any stories for us?
Oh, I have so many Starscream stories. I loved playing Starscream, one of my favorite characters of all time. The cast was amazing to work with on that show. We had Frank Welker and Peter Cullen, thank you. Sorry, jet lag. Frank Welker and Peter Cullen, to watch the two of them working together, and they've been friends for like 40 years. Sometimes they would just start doing an improv sketch. And we're always on a time crunch on these shows, and all the executives from Hasbro were behind the glass, and they're kind of pacing around because we're messing around in the booth, and we're not staying on schedule sometimes. But those two would start improving, and all of us would just go, tell us more. It was amazing. We're all such huge fans. And everybody in that room was a superstar. It was just an incredible room to be in and just watch how everybody worked. But my favorite Starscream story, and forgive me if you've heard this one before, it was a very rare moment in the show where Starscream had this sort of poignant realization where he's reflecting on his life and thinking about the choices he's made. And it was the only serious, vulnerable moment I think Starscream ever had. And Darren Norris, who played Knockout, was standing next to me, and he had some string cheese, He ripped it in half and shoved half up each nostril. And he's standing next to me just going, just waving it. And I saw him in my peripheral vision and I lost it and I could not work for the next 15 minutes. The whole room was just spitting out their coffee. It was crazy. Yeah, so we played a lot in that room. It was one of my favorite rooms to ever work in.
Well, thank you so much, and make sure you drink your Energon.
Thank you so much.
And not the dark Energon, it's bad.
No promises.
Yeah, okay. It's like a bad night of tequila. If there is such a thing. Hi. Hi.
To follow up on that, I also love your performance as Starscream and Prime, but I also would like to add, I also love your performance as Heatwave from Rescue Bots.
Oh, thank you. I love that show. Roll to the rescue.
So I want to ask, if Heatwave and Starscream were to fight together, who would win?
Probably Starscream because he fights dirty.
Oh man.
He didn't like that.
Heatwave, I know Heatwave would be honorable and he'd get in some really good punches, but Starscream fights dirty. He'd probably wait till he's not looking and shoot him in the back of the head with a missile.
He also flies.
That's true. Yes, it is a good superpower.
Alright, thank you.
But I'll be rolling to the rescue to the day I die. Thanks for joining us on Griffin Rock. Hello.
Hey, Spike. Sorry. How are you doing today?
Fantastic, thank you.
So, I work at Bang Zoom Studios, so I worked with your team a few times. So I was upstairs in our archive room and I found a Cowboy Bebop printmaster that was on a CD back when, Pro Tools used to be more like analog.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? What was like some cool recording moments? I don't know if you did more of the recordings at Bang Zoom Studios.
We didn't record Bebop at Bang Zoom, so I don't know how they got that. But we recorded down the street from there. It was really close by. Everybody knew each other. A lot of people worked at multiple studios. But Bebop was different from the other shows that we recorded in that time. Usually we'd have the client in the room with us in the control room. For Bebop, because they didn't know what to do with it, it was just kind of a throwaway thing. So they gave it to us, locked us in a room, and off we went. And so we had the engineer, we had Mary Elizabeth, the director, who is now my wife in real life, and me, and that was it. So my recording was very isolated from everything else. But I loved working on that, and we got to take our time with it. We actually took our time and finessed each line a little bit more than we normally would. I think that's why it holds up so well now. And Mary would actually go back in and make sure the sync was as tight as she could get it. Because back then the sync was pretty bad too. We were all learning how to do it back then. So it was amazing. And one of my favorite memories from it is that whenever Spike had a cigarette in his mouth, I actually had a cigarette in my mouth. Mary was a smoker back then, so she'd give me one of her precious cigarettes for realism, so that when I'm going, it sounded like I'm actually taking a drag. And I felt bad for taking her cigarettes because they're expensive. And so I had this day timer back then before we had these things. And I would carefully unzip a little pouch and I'd stick a cigarette in there, or I'd just stick it in the day timer and save it for the next session. Every single time it was just exploded in there, and I just open it up and all this tobacco would fall out. So I'd have to sheepishly ask for another one. But there were things like that that really made it feel authentic.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. And say hi to everybody at Bang Zoom for me. It's like family.
We got time for these last two.
Yes. I'm so glad you're here. Hi.
So my question is, we have loved all of your performances, and you're such a kind person, but I wanted to hear, I wanted to hear a little bit more of why you decided to start teaching. Why go from the acting now to the teaching side of things?
Thank you for asking that. This is one of my students, by the way, guys, where I teach at BlumStudios.com. I started teaching because of moments like this. Literally every convention I did, everywhere in the world, people would ask me how to get into voice acting, what should I do, or they'd tell me some horror story about some predatory company that made a bunch of promises, took their money, and taught them nothing useful. And it made me crazy. And so the people around me said, well, you're always teaching anyway, why don't you just start a school? And I really didn't want to do it. And so I had to basically deconstruct everything I'd been doing over 30 years and figure out how to impart that. And that's how the first 30 classes came around. And And I just kind of came up with everything that worked for me and everything that didn't work for me, plus 20 years plus of personal growth work and therapy that really helped me to negotiate a lot of the negativity that we can get in this industry, because it is the entertainment industry. So as you know, I try to incorporate that stuff in about how to get rid of the negative voices from everyone around us when they hear that we want to be voice actors, including my own parents. They always said I was an idiot for getting into this. But I encourage, as you know, I encourage my students to do what they love as their first priority, and then do everything else to support that, and then give them all the tools they need to get there. So far so good. The feedback I've gotten over the years has been really great. And then when I ran out of things to say after the first 30 classes, I started inviting the best people in the world who happen to be my friends. And we get their perspectives, and everybody's path is completely different. So I'm going to continue doing that as long as I can. And thank you for trusting me.
Have you found any unique challenges as we've gone through? Because since you started, there was COVID, and then there's been AI and all these other things. So unique challenges as you continue the classes with these new developments.
It's not so much that. It's really trying to keep a business going with the school. Originally, I didn't do it to make money, but I need to pay my people, so that's why I charge anything. Otherwise, I do it all for free. The biggest challenge is really keeping the business alive, and the problem is that most people don't want to pay for anything anymore. They think they can get everything online for free. And to some degree, they can if they're willing to search hard enough. And I always say that, even out loud. That's why I did the free master class. But the biggest challenge is really keeping the school alive, and it's costing me money to run it, honestly. The last 3 years, I've been paying every year to keep the school alive and to pay my people. So that's the biggest challenge, and you know, it's not something I could even sell at any point because nobody wants to pay. So that's the hardest part, and the budget for marketing and all that stuff to get the word out there. That's the hard part. The easy, fun, well, it's not easy, but the fun part is the actual teaching and the interaction with the students. I love it, and I still love it.
And we love studying with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much again. You trust me. I appreciate that.
All right, one last one.
Okay. Hi.
I was wondering what it was like to play the character from Naruto, Orochimaru.
Oh, it was delicious. Did I scare you?
No.
No? Oh my gosh, that was my mission. I'm a little sad now that I didn't scare you.
I am impossible to scare.
Are you? Wow, okay. Then I feel a little bit better now. I love playing Orochimaru. At that time especially, I was doing a lot of really loud, screaming characters. And Orochimaru just felt nice and gentle. He never really had to scream. But once in a while, he did. And it felt good.
That was quite interesting.
Excellent. Did I scare you a little bit?
No.
No?
It's impossible to scare.
Or impossible to scare. So, what is your superhero name then? Because you that's a superpower. Unscarable.
She can't reveal her identity.
What's your name?
My name's Jaden.
Jaden? Jaden the Unscarable. That is your new superhero name.
Oh,
Thank you for watching my show. And if you see Sasuke, tell him I'm looking for him.
I already have.
Good, excellent.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Steve. Are you here for the rest of the day?
I'm here for the rest of the day, guys. I'll be signing way over there somewhere.
Awesome.
So come and see me.
We're going to take a quick photo with us.
Okay, and please say thank you to everybody at Collecticon who makes this possible. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, guys.
If I stay, I